This is Tennessee.
I want the whole city of Knoxville to know that it's football time in Tennessee.
A passion that knows no equal. The heart and soul of the Volunteer State.
Show me you want to run the football.
Handoff gets to the outside. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Wow.
For the next 60 minutes, you're tuned to Vol Network coverage of the Tennessee Volunteers.
Football rewards those who wear your opponent out psychologically and physically.
The most celebrated of traditions.
When you step on the field, there must be a sense of purpose.
Come on, come on. The pass is going to be caught. Unbelievable catch. Bang, he goes down back at the 23-yard line.
Let's go. I've been waiting for this one.
Fires for the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
I want to win for you.
Welcome to the Butch Jones Show. Hosted by Tennessee head football coach Butch Jones and the Vol Network's Bob Kessling. Brought to you by the Big Orange Debit Card, only from the official Bank of the Vols, First Tennessee. By the 2015 Ford F-150, the future of tough is here, only at your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of Tennessee football. By Dish, home of the new 2-year TV price lock and official sponsor of the Big Orange. And by Farm Bureau Insurance. With agents in more communities than any other insurer, Tennessee turns to Farm Bureau Insurance, the official insurance of the Vols. Now, the Butch Jones Show.
It was a cold night in Columbia, but Tennessee's defense was red hot, leading the Volunteers to a 19-8 win. Big road win in the SEC for Tennessee. Coach, congratulations.
Well, thank you, Bob, and it was a great road win, a great team effort, complimentary football. What can I say about the defensive effort, forcing 6 3-and-outs and really playing the field position game, and then 248 yards rushing versus one of the top defenses in the SEC. Just a great team win, and anytime you go on the road and win the Southeastern Conference, it's a great win. You
had mentioned going into the game, field position was going to be very important. Tennessee won that battle, and running the football, Jalen Hurd was terrific.
He was terrific, and our offensive line was terrific. I thought Josh Dobbs made some great decisions in the run game, and when you look at critical downs, you look at situational football, we were able to do that. And again, a great team win, and we're looking forward to next week and building off of this as we continue to grow momentum. But I thought our players showed tremendous maturity, embracing the elements, embracing the factors of the game, and they were ready to play tonight.
Special teams in the kicking game was so important too. Aaron Medley had 4 big field goals.
4 big field goals. And he did a great job, and our special teams did a great job of really controlling field position. When you look at the time of possession as well, 36 minutes to 23 minutes, and then some odd seconds. It was very big. And when you look at situational football, we controlled all of it tonight.
And the defense dominated. I mean, you had the third down conversions. They only converted 2 of them, and 3-and-outs were big all night.
3-and-outs were big. And you just look at rushing. We held them to 88 yards rushing. We had over 260-some-odd yards rushing. Jalen Hurd had a monumental effort with 151 yards rushing, puts him over 1,000 yards. And we talked about it being a toughness game in terms of our psychological disposition, our mental toughness, and our physical toughness.
And it gets to Tennessee to 7 wins on the season, 4 straight wins. And we'll talk about the game and show you highlights of Tennessee's victory over the Missouri Tigers next here on the Butch Jones Show.
It's time to honor the Vol Scholar of the Week, brought to you by Volunteer Pharmacy. This week's Vol Scholar is Kurt Majit. The senior linebacker graduated with a bachelor's degree in communication studies. He applied and was accepted into UT's Human Resource Management graduate program. Majit has maintained a 4.0 GPA in his graduate studies, and that's why he is the Vol Scholar of the Week. Brought to you by Volunteer Pharmacy. Save money. Use an independent pharmacy like us for your prescription needs.
Tennessee and Missouri tonight from Columbia. Aaron Medley sets his team, waits for the sign for the officials. There it is. He'll kick it off left to right. And ladies and gentlemen, it's football time in Tennessee. Slot this way. Locke sets up, steps up, fires right sideline. The pass is going to be intercepted, I believe. Intercepted by Tennessee's Cam Sutton. from the far hash mark. He boots it. It's a low kick, wobbler, but it made it through. And Aaron Medley gives Tennessee the lead. Locke, make a handoff, swings it out near side. That pass is caught, but going nowhere. As Jason Reese is wrapped up as soon as he caught the pass. Darren Kirkland Jr. gets out there. Patrick Ashford to hold the snap down, the kick on the way, and that kick is good. Dobbs keeps it, but no, gives it to Hurd going left side, breaks a tackle in midfield, still on his feet down the far sideline to the 30, and Hurd knocked out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Kicking it from right to left into what wind is left tonight. Snap down, kick on the way, that kick is right down the middle. Boy, Medley really kicking well now for Tennessee. Tennessee territory at the 38-yard line. Handoff going wide, trying to get to the corner is Witter, and he can't do it. The ball popped free, and Tennessee's got it. The ball came out, and Tennessee has come up with a fumble as Darren Kirkland Jr. comes out of there with a football. Gonna give it to Hurd, gets a break, gets to the 40, still on his feet to midfield, into the secondary of Missouri, and then rolled out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Locke, the quarterback, empties the backfield, back to throw. He's going to be hit and sacked back to the 13-yard line. It was Khalil McKenzie coming right up the middle who grabbed him and threw him for a loss. Two wideouts on either side. Option play. Dobbs keeps it this time, breaks a tackle to the 5, stays on his feet, into the end zone. Touchdown, Josh Dobbs. Dobbs ran the option, faked the pitch, kept it going up the middle, broke a couple of tackles at the 5-yard line, and Josh Dobbs gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Back to throw, screen pass underneath, wham, what a hit. That was Jalen Reese-Maben. He was waiting for Witter on the screen pass, and Jalen Reese-Maben made him pay for a loss of 3. Dobbs back to throw, looks left. Steps up. Now he's going to take off running. He's got room to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, down the near sideline and out of bounds at the 15. They're actually going to put him down at the 12-yard line. Gets it, puts it down, and Medley boots it up and just inside the left upright. But it's good, and Medley kicks his 4th field goal of this game. Dobbs going to hand off near side. Tailback. Kamara's got running room to midfield into Missouri territory and out of bounds at the 40. And here comes the kick. It is going to be hit long by Andrew Baggett down to the 2-yard line. And coming out is Evan Berry, and Berry gets out to the 30, breaks it down the sideline and shoved out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Locke back to throw, stands in there, big pressure. Now he comes out running and he's tripped up as he gets to the 35-yard line. Cam Sutton came up and tripped him for the Missouri 41-yard line. Locke back to throw, steps up, big pressure. Locke looking, just fires the ball. That's going to be incomplete, and that's the game. Tennessee's defense dominant tonight. Volunteers played field position, kicked field goals, maybe not as many touchdowns as you might like, but it's still a victory. And Tennessee wins its 4th straight, first ever against the Missouri Tigers in this series, as Tennessee improves to 7-4 as the Volunteers win tonight in Columbia, 19-8.
Tennessee gets a road win at Missouri, 19-8 on Saturday night. It was a cold night. You had a walkthrough at the stadium early in the day. Sometimes, I guess early in the morning, it just stopped snowing and it was really windy. How do you get the guys not to think about the cold and make sure they're thinking about the game plan?
That process started on Monday, and we talked about uncontrollable factors and embracing the elements. And if you look, there wasn't one individual who had long sleeves on the sideline, well, except for the coaching staff. But, you know, that's all about the mental conditioning that we talk about in the Tennessee Tough program. And our players embraced it, and it was evident.
It's a mindset. You don't want to be thinking about the cold. You want to think of the guy across the line of scrimmage from you.
Well, you're exactly right. Again, we set the temperament when we came to the stadium this morning. Some of our players even took their shirts off to just kind of prove a point to the younger players that we're here to win the football game. We're going to embrace these elements. We're going to embrace these conditions, and they did a great job with it, and the weather was no factor for us tonight.
One thing you controlled Missouri, too, you didn't let them back in the game. 4 penalties, no turnovers. That's big.
Disciplined football, which we talk about, that's the staples of our football program, especially when you go on the road. You can't give them any momentum. And we were responsible for creating our own momentum when we were able to do that. We got the interception early on in the game. We generated 2 turnovers, and we did not turn the football over. We had some pre-snap penalties, which we need to improve on, but overall, again, a disciplined football game.
Big win for Tennessee over Missouri, and we'll have more next here on The Butch Jones Show.
This is how the Vols pitch in.
The Butch Jones Show airs live every Sunday in the Ray and Lucy Hand Digital Studio. One thing every production needs is energy-efficient lighting. VFL Films recently switched from incandescent lights to LED lights in the studio. The new LED lights use less than 1/5 of the energy required. Energy-efficient lighting, just another way Tennessee Athletics pitches in.
Pitch in and do your part to make Neyland Stadium a zero-waste facility. Sponsored by Eastman, Food City, and Waste Connections. Promote sustainability. At Tennessee, good sports always recycle.
The Butch Jones Show is being brought to you by Verizon. Come home to a better network. Verizon, official wireless provider of the Tennessee Volunteers. By UT Medical Center, Tennessee's hospital. UT Medical Center, wisdom for your life.
By the natural gas utilities and pipeline companies in Tennessee.
Natural gas.
And by Food City, the tailgating headquarters of Vol fans everywhere. Food City, value every day. The Vol Network now turns the spotlight on Team 119. Brought to you by Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere.
Evan Berry standing about 5 yards deep in the end zone, hoping to return one.
Evan Berry is electric.
The near side to the 15, 20, 25, 30, breaks into the open at the 40, down the sideline to midfield, to the 40, to the 30. Evan Berry is going to take the opening kickoff all the way, 95 yards for a touchdown.
I would say the first thing that comes to mind is competitive, but he has great instincts. He has great instincts, and he expects to score every time he touches the football.
Gets through the first wave, looks for some running room, and finally he's going to be taken down. No!
Taking 3 kicks back for touchdowns and averaging 40.6 yards every time he touches the ball.
Away for a Tennessee touchdown.
We've seen that, multiple times throughout the course of the year where he's had big returns or scored a touchdown. And, it's always amazing to watch him go out there on the field. It's expected for him to score every time.
Evan Berry is also selfless.
I look at it as an opportunity to help the team, and I love to help the team.
For him, football is different. His last name has history at UT, with his dad and brother, Eric Berry, playing football on Rocky Top. Berry being a twin, his choice to come play at UT alongside brother Elliot wasn't for himself, but for his family.
I told my brother, I'm not going to school without you, and not just because I wanted them with me, but I didn't want to put that kind of stress on my parents to go to 2 different games or split up or something like that, to see him one weekend and see me one weekend.
His choice to wear 29? For VFL Inky Johnson, who suffered an early career-ending injury.
Just knowing that Inky's not able to play the game anymore, 29 just reminds me that don't take the game for granted. There's a lot of people out there that have it a lot worse than me. It's a lot bigger than just you, and it's just a reminder to keep me focused and keep me hungry and make me work hard.
His choice to be inspired by brother Eric, who battled cancer and is back on the football field, a no-brainer.
After what he's been through and just having composure, he kind of battled cancer and didn't miss a beat. He stayed himself, didn't walk around with an attitude or anything, just didn't really change, just handled his business and kept it moving like nothing happened.
For Evan Berry, football is different because Berry doesn't choose to only see his success. He chooses to see everything around it.
People have worked so hard, and cut so many strings and pretty much paved the way for me to be where I am right now. And for me to just say it's a game, I guess it doesn't really speak for the people who kind of paved the way and helped put me in this situation that I'm in right now.
For a Tennessee touchdown, 100 yards, Evan Berry.
For UTSports.com, I'm Maddie Glab.
Evan Berry had another big kickoff return, 41 yards. He leads the nation in that department and had a big one for Tennessee tonight.
Well, it was a big 41-yard return because it was after a score, and that really changed field position again, and they're starting to get a little momentum, starting to get a little bit of belief. And then Evan in our kickoff return returns it 41 yards, and they've been a staple of momentum for us. They've been a staple of field position all year long, and Evan really embraces his role, and there's so much that goes into it in terms of habits, in terms of instincts, and in terms of technique and how you catch the ball. And we always talk about we want to steal the first 5 yards and how we catch the ball with our technique.
It is such an advantage, though, for Tennessee to have a guy that can get you 40 yards on a kickoff. You really don't notice it until you don't have one.
Well, you're exactly right. And then, you know, they have to kind of alter what they're doing schematically with sky kicks and squib kicks and things like that. And our players take great pride in their performance. They take pride in doing their job. We talk about IRU, indisputable role understanding, and that's never more evident in special teams.
And Coach, the Berry family, a big part of Tennessee's tradition.
Well, a very, very big part of the tradition. And it's a pride of who we are. And they're all volunteers, and they understand the expectations and the standards that it takes of wearing the Power T.
It's amazing how much James Berry, the father, has such an impact still on his guys.
Well, they're a very, very powerful family and a very prideful family, and love everything about them, and they want to be the best at everything that they do.
But his mom rules the ship.
She runs the show a little bit, and God bless her, but that's just a great family. It's a Tennessee football family, and proud that they're all Vols.
And we'll take you inside Tennessee's offense next here on the Butch Jones Show.
You're never too young to be a VFL. Sign up for the Junior Vols Club. For more information or to sign up for Junior Vols, visit utsports.com. Presented by the Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic. Proudly serving the University of Tennessee Athletic Department since 1949.
A lot of good things to talk about offensively in Tennessee's win over Missouri 19-8. Coach, you knew controlling the line of scrimmage against that very good Missouri front seven was going to be tough. And
well,
you did that. You
just said it, controlling the line of scrimmage. In 248 yards rushing against an elite defense in the Southeastern Conference. That puts us, shatters records since 2004 of yards rushing for a season. We still have one game left. We take great pride in being able to run the football. But I thought really the critical series was a series right before the first half. We generated some key third down conversions. Josh Malone did some very good things, Josh Dobbs, in managing us, and really coming away with 7 points going into the locker room at halftime was very big for us.
But you did some other things tonight. You gave them some different looks. You did some counterplay, some things to keep them off balance, which you had to do.
Well, no question. I thought, again, Jalen Hurd was outstanding. Elvin Kamara did a great job as well. He proves to be a weapon for us. And again, it's managing the football game. And we knew play field position, come away with points. We felt like they couldn't drive the ball consistently on us defensively.
Here's a look inside Tennessee's offense with Vol for Life, Eric Ainge.
Welcome into the film room. We're going to go straight into offense. Second down right here, Jalen Hurd, Tennessee versus Missouri. Second down is 7 right here. First play we're going to look at. 2nd and 7 is tendency football. You're playing the odds. The board does a great job right here of calling the play based on the alignment that we get right here. Now they're in a 4-2 under front. The line, again, we talk about this every week. The line is slid weak. He's in a shade on the center. Line is slid weak. And these guys are not an under 7 guys right up in the box football team. Missouri was playing this guy right here, back up in the slot, cover 2, which we'll get to on the next play, but they were backed up playing cover 2, cover 4 all game long. So based on tendencies, on 2nd and 7, Defense wants to get us in 3rd and 10. They want to try to at least keep it in 3rd and 7. We just want to run the ball, get something back, manageable 3rd down. So as we snap the football down, set Hut, here they come. Sam, Mike, bringing pressure, dropping the end. We have the perfect play on. We're running the football away from the pressure. Good block by Josh. Wolf out here leading the way. Jalen Hurd running angry, running mean. He had a great football game. Really good play by us. And we'll take it back to the top one more time real quick. As you look at the play go right here, we not only are running away from pressure, but we have a wide receiver split close to the line of scrimmage, close to the tackle, and our really good blocking tight end right next to our left tackle as well. So we have 3 guys within about 3 yards of each other right here as we're running away from their two of their best tacklers. Really good football play, great running by Jalen. 1st down, Tennessee. Next one we're going to look at, you'll see down here, 3rd and 9. So again, we looked at 2nd and 7, get a manageable 3rd down. This is not where we want to be, 3rd and 9, but this is a great play. And before we get to it, last week Josh threw an interception against North Texas on this very same football play. I say that only to show the progress that he's making as a quarterback. So let's just let it run here, down set, Hut, ball snapped. Malone running the corner route, Wolf chipping, getting out, coming to the flat. Give him a chance to go make a play, high point the football, 1st down Tennessee. Now let's take it back to the top. You'll notice here, Josh Dobbs, in fact, let's go to the back angle on this one. Josh, what he'll do right here, watch his down set, Hut, ball snapped. This corner out here has the flat. Watch his feet. He's gonna hitch his feet to the flat route. That corner's gonna settle for just a second, and Josh is gonna hit Malone on the corner route. By doing that, that corner can't keep sinking underneath, right here, can't keep sinking underneath and intercept that pass. Last week he didn't do that, this week he did. That's a great play by Josh Dobbs to hold that corner just for a second to complete that ball down the field. That corner has the flat as the cover 2 corner. He's out there, Wolf runs right into him, and Josh pump fakes, uses his feet, gets the corner to settle just for a second, throws the ball right over the top. Great play by both those guys, 1st down Tennessee. And this last play, there's not a lot to show on this one except Jalen Hurd running hard, making plays, got over 1,000 yards against Missouri for the season, had I think over 150 yards in the game. Great play, great running. 3rd down, as the season goes on, you get little wrinkles in your offense. We put the speed option in this week. You'll notice Dobbs right here, he hung in there all game long. He was a really tough quarterback pitching that football. Good running by number 1. He had a great football game. Congratulations to Jalen Hurd, our AutoZone player of the game. For the parts to helpful advice, AutoZone has everything you need to get in the zone. AutoZone.
The Vols rushed for more than 119 yards yesterday, which means Tennessee fans get a free medium hot or iced coffee via the Dunkin' Donuts mobile app today. Available at participating locations in East and Middle Tennessee.
Time now for Exact Science, brought to you by Humana, your partner in health.
Shoulder injuries are more and more common in football in recent years, so preventing those injuries is one of the most important things we do. When our athletes come to us, we're always going to look at several key factors to try to identify an element that could lead to an injury. One of the first things we'll look at for the shoulder evaluation is the position of the shoulder at rest. Most athletes do a lot of work on their anterior muscles, like their pec with the bench press, and don't develop as much strength in their shoulder blade muscles in the back. This will lead to a forward position of their shoulder, which can close down the space that their rotator cuff muscles travel through. This can lead to common injuries like rotator cuff tendonitis and bursitis. In order to counteract these, we would like to stretch the front of the shoulder out and strengthen the muscles in the back with the shoulder blades to help them control the shoulder. Some of the ways we will strengthen the muscles around the shoulder blade are either laying over a ball using dumbbells, or you can do these standing with tubing, and we'll do 4 different positions to strengthen the muscles in the back. The first we call the Y, because of the position of the arms makes it look like a field goal position or a Y position. The second we call the T, where the thumbs are forward. The third we call a W, where they pinch the elbows down and back and bring the hands up. And the last we call the V, for an upside down inverted V, where the position is down to their side. On all these exercises, you want to make sure that the athlete pinches their shoulder blades together first before they move their arms so that they stabilize the muscles around their shoulder blades before they fire the muscles in their arms. Another good exercise to strengthen the muscles that control the shoulder blade is called a push-up plus. We do this in a push-up position with the elbows locked. The athlete lowers themselves slowly between their shoulder blades and then presses themselves up as far as they can without bending their elbows. Another way to stretch is using any common item at home like a golf club or a broomstick to stretch in 3 main positions. The first is behind you at your side, which we call extension. The second is to the side at eye level. And the third is a throwing position up overhead. All of these stretches can help stretch out the musculature in the front of the shoulder in order to have a better position of the shoulder at rest.
Coach is all about player safety and what's the next thing to improve players' health so they can perform on the field and not get injured.
You're exactly right, and it's all about preventative measures and really making them bigger, stronger, faster, but doing the small things that are also going to protect them from injuries. And we do a great job with our sports science with Jason McVeigh, Dave Lawson. They work so well together, doing the little things, you know, from the scapula pinches to all the little things that normally aren't routine oriented in a strength and conditioning program, and that's a tribute to those individuals.
When we come back, we'll take you inside Tennessee's defense here on the Butch Jones Show.
Learn how you can win a trip for 2 to the 2016 College Football Playoff National Championship. Go to www.collegecolorschallenge.com/GoVols to learn more.
The Butch Jones Show is being delivered by UPS. From figuring it out to getting it done, UPS is here to help. Visit solvers.ups.com to learn more. By Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere. By Eastman Chemical Company, promoting sustainability. Remember, good sports always recycle. And by Farm Bureau Health Plans. We've got you covered. Get a rate quote online at fbhealthplans.com or at your local Tennessee Farm Bureau office.
Tennessee's defense was dominant in the Volunteers' win over Missouri 19-8. Coach, a lot of things you liked about your defensive effort.
Well, it starts with rush defense, 88 yards that we gave up rushing the ball tonight. It's a line of scrimmage game. I thought our front four, really our front seven, did a very good job of really being in control the entire game, getting off the field on third downs, and then we spoke about earlier in the show about the 6 3-and-outs as well.
You know, the linebackers tonight did a terrific job, too. They wanted to play a lot of screen games and throw sideline to sideline, but the linebackers ran so well. Jalen Reeves-Maven and Darren Kirkland were just terrific.
No question. And I thought our eye discipline had improved much from the previous week, and we had a lot of tackles for loss. We had a lot of negative yardage football plays, and the byproduct of winning on third down is staying ahead of the sticks, and they were in third and long situations a lot.
And another guy that stepped up and was really noticeable, Khalil McKenzie.
It was great to see at his first career sack. You know, we talk about Vol for Lives. We talk about legacy families with the Berry family. Well, the McKenzie family is that as well. And for Khalil to get his first career sack, his father was in attendance as well. So I know it was a thrill for Khalil and a thrill for Reggie as well.
Yeah, it was good to see Reggie. He stopped here on his way to Detroit because the Raiders are playing there on Sunday. But it was good to have him here to see his son get that big sack.
Well, anytime we can have Vol for Life in attendance is a very, very special moment, and I know that moment meant a lot to him.
So a big time for the Tennessee defense, and let's go inside the Volunteer defense with Eric Ainge.
Welcome back into the film room. It's time for some defensive football here. We're going to talk about the first maxim. The team that makes the fewest mistakes will win. Our defense did a great job of making that come true. All 3 plays we're going to look at right here from Missouri's offense, they have some sort of an offensive bust, a miscue, someone makes a mistake. That doesn't always mean that we're going to take advantage of it enough to make a big play, an impactful play in the game. First play we're going to look at right here. Down, set, hut, ball snapped. Don't know what's going on. Uh-oh, where's the running back? There's your bust. And we got a big play and an interception by Cam Sutton. That's the last thing you look at on this play. Everyone sees the ball go to Cam. He makes that's a heady play by Cam to get the interception. Here's the first thing I look at. Barnett and Vereen on the same side of the football. Down set, hut, ball snap. They run the stunt we've been talking about again. They boom, there he goes. Anytime you can get pressure on a young quarterback without having to blitz, good things happen. He shouldn't be throwing the ball down the field. It's a called draw. You see everybody else, if we take it back to the beginning, you'll see all 3 wide receivers going down the field, blocking, the liners blocking, they're going down the field as well. Running back should be right there to hand the ball to. Young quarterback, you pressure him without having to blitz. Good things happen. Way to take advantage of that mistake, Cam Sutton. Let's go to the next one right here. So this is man-to-man all the way, okay? Man up top, man right here, man in the slot. These 3 guys have these 2 guys. It's combo man-to-man coverage. If Reese and Hansbrough both go this way, Mabin and Randolph have it. If they go that way, you 2 got it. If both of the running back and the tight end go this way, you 2 got it. He goes in motion, you'll see the communication. Hey, there he goes, you got him. Freshman middle linebacker, down set, hut, ball snapped. Watch how fast he reacts and gets on this. Now the offensive bust, if we take it back to the beginning, is this wide receiver. This is a called screen play. He ought to be going down here and trying to crack right here. He ought to be going down here and trying to make a crack block on Kirkland. Because see, they're blocking all the way right here. Great play by him, coming flat right down the line of scrimmage to make that tackle on Reese. Let's go to the next one right here. Another play by Cam Sutton. He's all over the place, showing up all over the field. First thing I want to look at right here is the defensive alignment. Cam Sutton's going to blitz on this play. Normally when a corner blitzes, if you're the quarterback, the safety's deep in the middle of the field. He starts cheating over at the last second. Or it's cover 2. The safety's deep and the corner starts cheating over and the guy comes down. The only place he's not is standing right here. This is Randolph. Here's your free safety. He's in a cover 3 down alignment. That's not the alert for the quarterback. So he's not necessarily thinking, and he's not necessarily thinking corner blitz. Let's let it roll here, real slow. Down, set, hut. You'll watch the quarterback. He's actually gonna go hut, and Cam doesn't show the blitz. So he still doesn't know it. Now he claps, and here comes Cam, and the receiver doesn't run the reaction. A lot of times when the corner blitzes, wide receivers will run a little slant or a 5-yard hitch route so the quarterback can take it and throw the ball real quick and get it out. Freshman quarterback's ready to throw the football. He's ready to throw it. Wide receiver doesn't break his route off. So Cam does a great job of not over pursuing on the blitz, coming back on 3rd and 6, which is manageable, and still getting a tackle and forcing the punt. Great play by Cam Sutton, great play by the defense. They showed up all night long, took advantage of the mistakes that Missouri made on offense, and put up only 8 points in the football game. That's it from the film room.
Monday night means more Tennessee football. Join us from 8 to 9 p.m. for the Big Orange Hotline. Bob Kessling, Jeff Francis, and Pat Ryan break down Saturday's ballgame live from the patio of Dead End Barbecue in West Knoxville. That's the Big Orange Hotline, every Monday night. You asked, he'll answer. This is Ask the Coach, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Check them out at academy.com/Vols for your chance to win Tennessee football tickets. No purchase necessary.
Back on the Butch Jones Show, joined by John Bryce. We have a question to ask the coach tonight from George Rosenberg, and it talked about Gary Pinkel, such an emotional game for Missouri. Talk about your relationship with Coach Pinkel and that final moment when you shook his hand after the game.
Well, it was kind of surreal, and he's a first-class individual, great football coach, and even better person, and then kind of watching their players carry him off the field. Very deserving. It was kind of a stoppage in time as you watched it occur. You are a very close fraternity, you head coaches, and you know what the other guy's going through. Other coaches don't know that because the responsibility is so much different. And you see a guy that's such a class act like Coach Pinkel, that's special to see him go out like that. Well, it is very special, and for his players to carry him off the field, that's a moment in time that he'll remember for the rest of his life. And I know for me personally, I just stopped and I watched them do that. And I thought that was a show of respect and very, very classy as well.
Coach, I think a lot of people have looked at Coach Pinkel's program and seen a mature veteran program, particularly as Missouri won the East each of the previous 2 years. How much maturity did your team show in the here and now, and in terms of how much it's grown up as a program since your arrival with the win over Missouri?
Well, we talked about that in the locker room after the game, is how far we've come in a short period of time. Just a couple years, we were in the same locker room. And just the mentality, the toughness, and the way our players really embrace this game, everything about it, and we take great pride in what we do. And our football team is growing up, and our football program is growing up as well.
You told me that you sensed your team was ready to send a message and greet the message from a physical standpoint as early as Tuesday this past week on the practice field, when things were a little chippy, I guess.
Well, you know, we set the temperament early on Monday, and then we came out to Tuesday's practice, and I really thought we had one of our better weeks of preparation. And that's a tribute to all of our players. It's a tribute to our seniors. It's a tribute to our leadership. And it was a mentality that we had to have going into this game. Our theme for the game was a T-tough game, Tennessee tough. Our toughness was going to be on display both mentally and physically, and I believe we were able to accomplish that.
Nothing has come easily for this team, but particularly in the early half of the season when there were some struggles, and then you lose a Kurt Maggitt. What have you learned about the leadership of your team all the way down when it's more than one player, when it's more than a Kurt Maggitt that's able to lead your team onto some spots that this program's not been in about 7 or 8 years?
Great resolve, great resiliency, and you don't do that if you don't have great character individuals, great competitive character in your football program, and nobody blinked. And we knew just keep working, just keep working, just keep working. And we're getting better and better and better. And I really think we're able to apply the lessons that we learned early on in the season and apply them to later in the season.
Coach, you got one final home game against Vanderbilt, in-state rival. And now you got this momentum. Now it's really important to finish it strong.
You just said the great word, finish. We need to finish this off, get to 8 wins, great season, get to a great bowl game for our players, for this great fan base, for everyone associated with Tennessee football. It's going to be a great challenge. We're going to need everyone in 102-455 for a great home field advantage. But I know we're looking forward to it, but it's all about finishing strong.
Road wins are precious. You got a big one against Missouri.
Well, very much so. And really, really proud of our players, everyone associated with our football family, because it was a hard-fought and well-earned victory.
Coach, congratulations to you, the players, and the staff.
Thank you.
And we'll look ahead next here on The Butch Jones Show.
The Butch Jones Show is being brought to you by Humana. Over 50 years of experience in the healthcare industry. Humana, your partner in health. By Vol Network Home Entertainment, available at participating Walmart locations and online at volnetwork.tv. And by the Tennessee Lottery, proud to have raised over $3.4 billion for education in Tennessee. Time now for the First Tennessee First Look, a scouting report and look ahead at the Vols' upcoming opponents. Brought to you by First Tennessee, the official bank of the Vols.
Tennessee wraps up the regular season on Saturday, hosting Vanderbilt at Neyland Stadium. Senior day for the Volunteers. 19 seniors, John, that have been through a lot at Tennessee.
It would be hard to find 19 seniors who have endured more, but also I think have this program really on the precipice of some special things potentially right there in the future. So there's a lot to play for. There's a lot about Tennessee wanting to empty the rivalry talk in this Vanderbilt series and really seize control again against their intrastate rivals. So it's a big-time game for Tennessee.
Could win 8 games, back-to-back bowl bids. That's a lot of things for the senior class to be proud of.
Win 8 games, win your final 5 games of the regular season, win 6 of your last 7. I mean, these are things, Bob, that this program has not done in right around a decade. So it's significant progress. It's substantial progress. And again, for a guy like Kyler Kerbyson, can you imagine a potentially more storybook ending with what he's gone through, what this program has gone through, and now where Tennessee again sits with Vanderbilt coming in 6 days and the Vols a chance to have an 8-win regular season for the first time in 8 years.
You know, Vanderbilt's kind of the same boat Missouri in really good defense, not much offense.
No, and even less offense in a lot of ways than Missouri. We saw the Commodores just struggle mightily Saturday at home against Texas A&M after having some momentum, and I think Texas A&M showed some character with the way it won that game, but I think also Vanderbilt's flaws were again really exposed under the microscope, and Vanderbilt has a worse offense in a lot of ways than Missouri. They've struggled greatly in a number of different categories, and they've put their defense in some untenable situations. defense.
But still, Tennessee can't relax whatsoever against Vanderbilt because you know you're going to get their best shot.
You're right, Bob, but I'm done thinking that this Tennessee team is ever going to relax or not show up. I can't recall a Tennessee team that's played with more character week in and week out than what this group has done this year. And every time they've had ample opportunity to be down in the dumps, they've responded. Or when there's been so much outside noise, they've blocked it out and responded. And again, that starts at the top and trickles down, but there's really, really good leadership in that locker room, and they've had to have guys prove it because of the injuries, and those other leaders like Jalen Reeves-Maybin, like Kyler Kerbyson have all risen to the top.
There was a toughness in the Missouri win offensively, how Jalen Hurd ran the football, how the offensive line went after their front seven, and that's something you can build on.
Derek Barnett told me after the game Saturday night, he said all we heard was how good Missouri's defense was, and in our mind it became about our defense against their defense, and we wanted to show and did show that we had the better defense. I thought Derek Barnett set the tone for that early. It was his play getting on Locke, the quarterback, that forced the poor throw that Cam Sutton intercepted, and Tennessee seized control right then.
Indeed, and Tennessee goes on to win over Missouri by a score of 19-8. So now Tennessee wraps up the regular season, senior day at Neyland Stadium on Saturday against the Vanderbilt Commodores. It's a 4 o'clock kickoff, and there are good seats available. Go to uttix.com. Hope to see you at Neyland Stadium on Saturday. Thanks for being with us for the Butch Jones Show. For John Bryce and the coach of the Volunteers, I'm Bob Kessling. Highlights of Tennessee and Vandy next week right here on the Butch Jones Show.
This has been a presentation of the Vol Network, produced by IMG, the world's premier sports, media, and entertainment company. Produced at the Hand Digital Studio.